Introducing the all-new Backsaver Swing Hopper Auger Mover. Backsavers have interchangeable parts which allows you easy access to move or swing your augers to fit your harvesting needs. Get yours today at Norwood Sales.
Our weed of the week is Biennial Wormwood Sage. It's a biennial.
Yes,
it's tough to kill.
That is the real key. What's interesting with biennials, they have a 2-year life cycle. And when they have 2 years to grow, they don't look the same in year 1 as they do in year 2.
Well, typically with biennials, in year 1, they're just trying to store up nutrients to survive the winter. And so usually they'll call that the rosette stage. And year 2, they've got what they call the bolt stage. And then they will grow taller and they'll put on a seed head. With biennial sage, it becomes very difficult a lot of times in no-till or strip-till situations. Generally speaking, tillage will wipe it out. Not tillage like the road grader that I hear beeping in the background and backing up.
I'm not sure what he's up to today, but you know, you think about that. In a conventional tillage situation, that's one of the advantages is weed control on some of these weeds like biennial wormwood.
All right, let's
sage.
get to the herbicides that actually control this thing, though.
All right, but if you can't use iron, let's talk herbicides. Now, in soybeans, this is where it gets a little bit tricky. In Roundup Ready soybeans, you can use a good strong rate of Roundup like 44 ounces of Weathermax, for example, and do a pretty nice job on biennial wormwood sage if you get it early in the season. Once that plant is really entrenched in your field with a big root underneath it, you're going to have a tough time. So what a lot of guys will do in a burn down is they'll go with an ounce of Sharpen, or they'll use Optil where they've got that ounce of Sharpen in there, and then they'll also throw in some Sencor in many cases. That's got a pretty good deal of activity on biennial wormwood sage.
Okay, the problem is post-emerge, if Roundup doesn't work very well, you can try burning it with
You're
Flex
in trouble.
Star, throw a little Classic in there too. I mean, there's nothing that's real great. Let's go to corn real quick. Balance Flex would be the best thing. Pre-emerge, post-emerge, if it was me, I would probably use Status. I like that one the best.
Well, in wheat, if you're in winter wheat, you're going to get a good crop established in the fall, and a lot of times you aren't going to have a problem with that in the spring. But if you do something in the fall, if you're using one of your products like a Power Flex, for example, or a Maverick or an Olympus Flex, you're going to put a little bit of activity on that in the fall. You could do a burn down before you plant. That'd probably be the best thing you could do. In spring wheat, it's the same thing. Do a good burn down ahead of time, add some Sharpen in there. That's going to do a nice job controlling that biennial wormwood sage.
Well, once again, our weed of the week's biennial wormwood sage. Control it on your farm before it hurts your yield. That's it for our weed of the week, but stay tuned. Iron Talk is coming up next.